There's a certain feeling you get when you're in these long distance races where you just kind of get tunnel vision, where you're just clinging onto your pace per mile. The mental check that I have when I know that I'm hitting the limit is when I just can't make decisions to accelerate, to slow down. It just seems like I'm in a tunnel. All right, we are wrapping up week 11 of this 12-week build. Just finished out my shakeout run from before my long run tomorrow. We are 9 days out from the Halloween Hustle half marathon in Coeur d'Alene. So let's talk about this build. So my goal is to run 8-minute per mile pace, which is right around an hour and 45 minutes. My personal best right now in the half marathon is an hour and 49:30. I'm confident that I will set my new best time, but 8 minutes is certainly aggressive. This was probably the most intensive half marathon build I've done. I will spend 8 to 10 weeks in a build. This one's a little longer at 12. But the last half marathon build I did in April and May of this year was probably the best one that I did, and that was shortened. That was about 9 weeks long. That was the first race where it felt like I actually raced. There's a certain feeling you get when you're in these long distance races where you just kind of get tunnel vision, where you're just clinging onto your pace per mile. And honestly, the mental check that I have when I know that I'm hitting the limit is when I just can't make decisions to accelerate, to slow down. It just seems like I'm in a tunnel. It's kind of the tunnel vision. This was the first time I could make a decision to go around mile 6 for a 2 to 4 mile push, and I knew that that's where I was spending my energy, and that was genuinely the first time I felt like I could make a decision. And that was my 5th half marathon, and I had already run 2 full-length marathons. So I'm hoping to repeat that performance. I'm really excited because it feels like this is the first time I actually get to race a half marathon. End of week 11 today. We're 8 days out from race day. We've got a really easy 9-miler today, trying to go as easy as possible without incurring any injuries. Let's go get it. One of the things I emphasized this time around was volume. Last half marathon build, I did about 37 miles per week. This time, especially in the meat of the training block, I averaged between 43 and 45 miles a week. So I put in well over 400 miles a week as I ramped up. And now I'm in my 2-week taper, which is twice as long as I normally do for a half. But since I had a longer, more aggressive build with a lot more volume overall, I thought that it was appropriate to treat it like a full marathon. So tomorrow we'll wrap up the first half of my taper. I'll be doing an easier long run. So my long runs have been averaging between 13 and 14 miles this build, but tomorrow's going to be somewhere between 9.5, maybe 10 of pretty easy pace. We might do some hills, but right now I'm trying to work through some discomfort in my right knee, so I don't want to push it too hard. I really just want to keep it as nice and even as possible, and we want to enter next week's taper, the last week of the taper period, with the opportunity to be as healthy as possible by race day. Trust my fitness, and I am incredibly excited. So